crystals in tune, floating on clouds made of questions and grace, talking about life with a chibi little face. It's re-alien, we back again, floating through your mind in a galaxy den. You're safe here, stardust, take off your mask. We laugh, we cry, we talk, we ask. Gus in the portal with stories to spill, from Saturn to snacks to emotional skill, talking about brains that zigzag and sing, and how healing feels when you just do your thing. No shame in your orbit, no need to shrink. No words got rhythm, just dance how you think. It's okay to stutter, to stim, to pause. You're light in a vessel with the universal cause. So light your candle, sip your tea. There's magic in your frequency. We are the question, we are the spark, we are the cosmos, healing in the dark.
Greetings and welcome back, Galactic Spices. We are in the Layers to Love series, and today we are venturing into the vast and vibrant world of community love. You know, the kind of love that's not just about romantic partners, friends or family, but about the people who help shape us into the individuals we become. We're talking about aunts, uncles, godparents, neighbors, grandparents, nieces, nephews, godchildren, you name it. The extended family and community members who play a significant role in our lives. As we grow and evolve, we often look to these individuals for guidance, support and love. Maybe we're the ones who provide those things. They're the ones who might offer a listening ear, a helping hand, or a comforting word when we need it most. But what happens when these relationships are positive and nurturing? And what happens when they're not? From the jump, I'm throwing in a favorite phrase of mine. It takes a village to raise a child. We'll circle back to this one, but this African proverb reminds us that we're not alone in our journey, that we need the support and guidance of those around us to thrive. But what does it mean to be a part of a community that truly cares? What does it mean to be a guide, a mentor, or a source of love and support for others? As we explore this topic, I want to ask you, what role have aunts, uncles, godparents, grandparents, neighbors, or the community members played in your life? Have they been a source of comfort, guidance, or inspiration? Or have they presented challenges and difficulties that you've had to navigate? For some of us, our community can be a source of strength and resilience, but for others, it can be a source of pain, trauma, or feelings of isolation. Perhaps you felt like the black sheep of your community, struggling to fit in or find your place. Or maybe you've experienced the opposite, feeling like you didn't have a community or village to support you at all. As I reflect on the importance of community love, I'm reminded of the profound impact my aunt had on my life. I was blessed to have an aunt who was extremely loving and nurturing to me. I loved her deeply, and she loved me probably even more. I honestly have never felt so loved. She was my mother's sister, and as I've shared before in this series on the parent-child love ep, my relationship with my mum was complicated. Her struggles with childhood traumas, inner child wounds, and alcoholism took a toll on our relationship, and ultimately, her life. But my aunt saw the pain and struggle in my mum's emotional struggle, and it broke her heart. Despite the challenges, she showed up for me in ways that changed my life. As I entered my early teens, my aunt took on a motherly role, providing love, support, and guidance that I desperately needed. She was my rock, my safe haven, and she loved me in a way I never knew was possible. Her gentleness and her kindness fueled me to believe I could be better than what I'd been through. Before her involvement, I didn't believe in beauty after pain. I thought my trauma meant my soul would be forever tainted. She taught me that I was worthy of love and care, and that I deserved to be treated with kindness and respect. Even though she's no longer with me, having passed away after a huge battle with cancer, her legacy lives on in my heart, and not a day passes that I don't think of her or feel her presence. She was my soldier, my angel on earth, and she gave me hope when I needed it most. She made me see the light in the darkness, and I'll always be grateful for the lessons she taught me. I'll always love you, Auntie Debs. This experience has shaped me into the person I am today, and I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned. My aunt and I's story highlights the importance of community love and the impact that one person can have on our lives. As we move through the experience in our own relationships and communities, I encourage you to reflect on the role that community love has played in your life. What have you learned from these experiences? How have they shaped you into the person you are today? Let's dive in and explore this fascinating topic together. Now, going back to that quote, it takes a village to raise a child. It's clear that parenthood isn't a solo endeavor. There are many influences that shape a child's growth and understanding of the world, and community plays a huge role in this. Various people and institutions contribute to a child's development, and it's fascinating to explore the ways in which they can impact a child's life. As children grow and learn, schools become a crucial part of their journey. Schools provide a foundation for learning and help children develop important social skills such as cooperation, communication, and problem solving. But schools aren't the only influence on a child's life. Neighbours and community members also have significant impact, often in ways that are subtle yet profound. They can influence a child's sense of safety and belonging, which is essential for their emotional well-being. When children feel safe and supported in their community, they're more likely to thrive and reach their full potential. Extended family members like grandparents, aunts, uncles also play a vital role in a child's life. They can pass down cultural traditions, values, and stories, helping shape a child's identity and sense of self. These family members often bring unique perspectives and experiences to the table, enriching a child's understanding of the world and their place in it. By sharing their own stories, traditions, and values, extended family members can help children develop a strong sense of roots and connection to their heritage. In addition to family and schools, community resources like libraries, parks, and community centers can provide opportunities for children to learn, grow, and explore. These places can spark curiosity, foster creativity, and support overall development. Libraries and community centers can offer a range of activities and services that support a child's emotional, social, and cognitive development. By providing a safe and welcoming space for children to learn and play, these resources can help foster a sense of community and belonging. By acknowledging the many influences that shape a child's life, we can gain a deeper understanding of the complex and multifaceted nature of a child's development. And I like to make these highlights so that we can reflect on our own upbringings and see what parts of our inner child may need support, nurture, or healing. It's not just about parents. It's about the entire community coming together to support and nurture the next generation. When we recognize the importance of community in child development, we can work together to create a more supportive and inclusive environment for all children to thrive. This perspective encourages us to think about how we can build stronger, more resilient communities that prioritize the well-being and development of all children. Building a village requires effort, but it's worth it. To start, focus on being a support system for others, which can help you build meaningful connections, identify the type of community you need, whether it's family, friends, or like-minded individuals. Don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it, and be specific about what you're looking for. Look for potential village members in your daily life, such as neighborhood groups or parent meetups. Understand that your village will change over time, and that's okay. Be open to new connections and relationships. Be willing to be vulnerable and take the first step in building relationships. Spend quality time with others, work together, and don't be too picky about who you include in your village. By working together and building strong communities, we can provide children with the support and resources they need to thrive. This involves fostering a sense of connection and belonging amongst community members, prioritizing emotional support, practical assistance, and shared experiences. When we build a village, we create a network of people who can offer help, guidance, and support, making it easier for families to navigate challenges and celebrate successes. Moreover, recognizing the importance of community in child development can also be healing for our own inner child. By reflecting on our childhood experiences in different environments, we can gain a deeper understanding of how these experiences have shaped us. This self-awareness can help us heal emotional wounds. By acknowledging the unmet needs and unresolved pain from our childhood, we can begin to heal and develop greater self-compassion. Build meaningful connections. By being vulnerable and open with others, we can build stronger, more meaningful relationships that support our emotional well-being. Foster self-awareness. By understanding how our childhood experiences have shaped us, we can develop greater self-awareness and make more informed choices in our lives. Some ways to start healing your inner child include Acknowledge your inner child. Recognize the part of you that still holds memories, emotions, and experiences from your childhood. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, understanding, and patience as you would a close friend. Revisit childhood joys. Engage in activities that brought you joy and creativity as a child, helping you reconnect to your inner child. Journaling and reflection. Write letters to your inner child or reflect on your childhood experiences to gain a deeper understanding of yourself. And finally, seek support. Consider therapy or support groups to help you navigate your inner child's healing journey. By working on our inner child healing, we can develop greater emotional resilience, self-love and compassion, and a more balanced approach to life. Now, we've been talking about what loving communities look and feel like and how beautiful it can be to feel a part of a community. But that's not the case or experience for some of us. So for those of you that haven't yet resonated with this beautiful community idea, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Do you often feel like you don't fit in with your family or social circle? Are you drawn to unconventional paths and ways of thinking? Do you feel a strong desire to break free from generational patterns or cycles that no longer serve you? If you answered yes to any of those, it's very likely you, my darling, are a black sheep. Being a black sheep is more than just a label. It's a spiritual calling to break free from the chains of conformity and forge your own path. It's about embracing your uniqueness and refusing to be bound by the expectations of others. This journey isn't for the faint of heart, and it requires immense courage, resilience, and determination. As the black sheep, you're often seen as a rebel, a nonconformist who challenges the status quo. You're the one who questions authority, who refuses to follow the crowd, and who dares to be different. And yes, this can lead to trauma and suppression, as those who are comfortable with the status quo may try to silence you to bring you back in line. But here's the thing. Being the black sheep is not just about being different. It's about being a catalyst for change. You are the one who can see the flaws in the system, who can identify the injustices, and who can inspire others to join you in creating a better world. When you're the black sheep, you're often forced to navigate uncharted territory, to find your own way, and to create your own path. This can be lonely and isolating at times, but it's also incredibly liberating. You're free to be yourself, to follow your own heart, and to pursue your own dreams. The trauma of being the black sheep can run deep, especially if you've been rejected or ostracized by those you love. But this trauma can also be a powerful catalyst for your growth and transformation. By facing your pain and working through it, you can develop a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. One of the most significant benefits of being a black sheep is the power to alchemize your pain into wisdom. By embracing your uniqueness and leveraging your experiences, you can create something truly remarkable. You can turn your struggles into strengths, your pain into power, and your darkness into light. So let me tell you some of the key aspects of being a black sheep. First one, breaking generational cycles. Black sheep often carry the weight of breaking patterns that no longer serve their lineage, paving the way for future generations to thrive. Next, spiritual awakening. Being a black sheep can be a sign of a spiritual awakening, as you question norms and seek deeper truths. Catalyzing change. Your presence can stir discomfort in others, but it also means you're catalyzing change, even if unintentionally. You'll have a unique perspective. Black sheep often possess a unique perspective, seeing the world differently and offering fresh insights. And of course, healing and transformation. By embracing your true self, you can step into your purpose, leading with wisdom and transformation. Ultimately, being the black sheep is not just about being different. It's about being a force for change. It's about embracing your uniqueness, leveraging your experiences, and creating a better world for all. So don't try to fit in. Instead, stand out. Don't be afraid to be different. Instead, celebrate your individuality. You are here to be your unique self, to make an impact, and to leave a lasting legacy. What an incredible time to be alive. As a black sheep, you are part of a collective consciousness that's awakening to new possibilities and perspectives. Even among fellow non-conformists, you're finding your flock, a community that understands and supports your unique journey. This era is filled with unparalleled opportunities for growth, connection, and impact. With the rise of digital platforms and global networks, black sheep are connecting with like-minded individuals worldwide, amplifying their voices and sharing their thoughts, ideas, and experiences with a broader audience. We're inspiring others and creating a ripple effect of positive change. We're finding our tribes, connecting with fellow black sheep who understand our perspectives and providing a sense of belonging and support. Together, we're co-creating solutions to complex problems, leveraging diverse perspectives and expertise to develop innovative and effective solutions. As we journey through this collective awakening, we are empowering personal growth, tapping into a wealth of resources, knowledge, and experiences that foster self-awareness, spiritual evolution, and personal development. We are part of a vibrant, dynamic community that's pushing boundaries, challenging norms, and creating a better world. We're accessing global networks and communities that facilitate connection, collaboration, and growth. We're being exposed to a wide range of viewpoints and experiences, enriching our understanding of the world and ourselves. We're developing novel solutions to complex problems driven by creativity, innovation, and collective intelligence. By being a part of this community, we're building and connecting with like-minded individuals, fostering a sense of belonging and purpose. We're embracing our uniqueness and leveraging our experiences to create a lasting impact and contribute to a more compassionate, innovative, and just world. We're finding our voices, our tribes, and our purposes, and that is truly amazing. Even us black sheep have been and are finding our flocks. Growing up in a community environment that didn't feel safe can have a profound impact on a person's life. It's like carrying a weight with you everywhere you go, a constant sense of unease that can be hard to shake. For some, it might mean developing a hypervigilant mindset, always being on the lookout for potential threats or dangers. Others might become withdrawn, struggling to form close relationships or trust others. Imagine being a kid, walking home from school and feeling like you're walking on eggshells, never knowing what's going to happen next. You might feel like you're constantly on edge, waiting for the other shoe to drop. This can lead to anxiety, stress, and a sense of hypervigilance that can be hard to switch off. As you grow older, this experience can shape your relationships, your career choices, and even your sense of self-worth. You might struggle to feel safe in certain situations or around certain people, and this can limit your opportunities and experiences. You might also develop coping mechanisms like people-pleasing or avoidance to deal with the uncertainty and fear. But here's the thing, you are not defined by your experiences. You are more than the sum of your parts, and you have the power to create a different narrative for yourself. By acknowledging the impact of your environment and seeking support, you can begin to heal and build a more resilient sense of self. You can learn to trust yourself and others to form healthy relationships and to find a sense of safety and security in the world. It's a journey, not a destination, and it's okay to take it one step at a time. By facing your fears, challenging your assumptions, and cultivating self-compassion, you can begin to rewrite your story and create a more empowering narrative for yourself. On that note, let's do some affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that help rewire your brain and change your behavior. By repeating these statements, you can shift your mindset, build confidence, and develop a more optimistic outlook on life. Affirmations work by rewiring the brain's natural pathways, creating new connections and strengthening existing ones. This process, known as neuroplasticity, allows our brains to adapt and change in response to new experiences and information. When we repeat affirmations, we're essentially training our brains to think differently, to focus on the positive, and to build resilience. The benefits of affirmations are numerous. They can help reduce stress and anxiety, improve self-esteem, and increase motivation. As a black sheep, affirmations can be particularly helpful in embracing your uniqueness and leveraging your experiences to make a positive impact. By repeating affirmations that celebrate your individuality and strengths, You can build confidence, develop a more positive self-image, and become a more effective catalyst for change. Here are 10 affirmations that can help you strengthen your community and accept your black sheep essence, with a focus on the community being a strong and safe place. Please repeat after me. I am part of a vibrant community that celebrates individuality and diversity. I am part of a vibrant community that celebrates individuality and diversity. My community is a safe and supportive space where I can be myself. My community is a safe and supportive space where I can be myself. I trust my instincts and follow my heart, knowing that my community will support me. I trust my instincts and follow my heart, knowing that my community will support me. My unique perspective is valued and respected in my community. My unique perspective is valued and respected in my community. I am confident in my abilities and perspectives, and I share them with others in my community. I am confident in my abilities and perspectives, and I share them with others in my community. My community is a place where I can grow, learn, and thrive. My community is a place where I can grow, learn, and thrive. I am not alone. I am part of a community that understands and supports me. I am not alone. I am part of a community that understands and supports me. My community is a source of strength and inspiration for me. My community is a source of strength and inspiration for me. I am proud to be a part of a community that values diversity and individuality. I am proud to be a part of a community that values diversity and individuality. Together, we can create a more compassionate, innovative, and just world. Together, we can create a more compassionate, innovative, and just world. Please take a moment to just feel these affirmations. Repeat these affirmations regularly and you'll start to notice a shift in your mindset and behavior. You'll become more confident, more resilient, and more empowered to make a positive impact in your community. This topic on community made me think of the Grenfell Towers. The Grenfell Tower fire, which occurred on June 14th, 2017 in North Kensington, London, was a devastating blaze that claimed 72 lives and displaced hundreds of people. In the aftermath of this tragedy, the local community came together to support those affected, showcasing remarkable resilience and solidarity. Volunteers provided essential aid, including food, clothing, and shelter, while others offered emotional support and advocacy. The community's response was multifaceted, with relief efforts focusing on immediate and long-term support. Local groups coordinated aid, provided counseling, and advocated for policy changes to prevent similar tragedies. The advocacy work highlighted the importance of community engagement and participation in decision-making processes, ensuring that the voices of those affected were heard and their concerns addressed. Key areas of focus for the advocacy efforts included building safety regulations, emergency response, and social inequity. The community demanded changes to building codes, fire safety regulations, and emergency response procedures to prevent future tragedies. These efforts led to significant changes, including policy reforms, increased funding for community programs, and greater accountability from authorities. One notable example of community-led innovatives is the Clement James Center, which provided crisis support, counseling, and advocacy for those affected by the fire. The center offered specialist services included debt advice, art therapy, and cognitive behavioral therapy, demonstrating the importance of sustained support and solidarity in the face of adversity. The Grenfell Tower fire exposed deep-seated issues with building safety regulations, emergency response, and social inequality. However, it also highlighted the power of collective action and community-led initiatives. The government's response to the tragedy has included implementing recommendations from the Grenfell Tower inquiry, such as improving fire safety regulations and increasing transparency in building safety. The lessons learned from the Grenfell Tower emphasize the importance of community engagement, empowerment, and support in driving change and creating positive outcomes. By working together, communities can make a difference and create a better future, even in the face of adversity. The Grenfell Tower fire serves as a powerful example of the importance of community support and collective action in the face of tragedy, demonstrating that together we can overcome even the darkest moments. Our thoughts and deepest sympathies go out to all those affected by the Grenfell Tower. We pay our deepest respects to the 72 victims who tragically lost their lives and their families who have endured unimaginable pain and suffering. We honor the memories of those who were lost and acknowledge the profound impact this tragedy has had on the community. May the families and loved ones of the victims find strength and support in the face of this devastating event. You know, I've always been fascinated by how people come together in times of crisis. It's like the world suddenly becomes a more compassionate, supportive place. Neighbors who barely spoke before are now checking in on each other. Strangers are offering help and communities are rallying around those in need. It's beautiful to see humanity at its best. But I often find myself wishing that this sense of community and cooperation happened more often, not just in response to disasters or emergencies. It's the same with funerals, you know, someone passes on and all the family get together and we always say, oh, we've got to get together more often. It shouldn't just be at funerals and then we don't see each other again until the next funeral. Why can't we maintain this level of empathy and kindness in our daily lives? At times it feels like we're only united when disaster strikes. As I reflect on this, I realize I might be expecting too much. After all, crises have a way of stripping away our differences and revealing our shared humanity. Still, I believe that if we could tap into that sense of community more regularly, we'd see a significant positive impact on our society. Imagine a world where people from all walks of life come together to support one another, where kindness and compassion is the norm, and where everyone feels valued and included. However, maybe I'm not giving enough credit to the progress we are making. Despite what the media might portray, there are countless stories of people working together, supporting each other and making a difference. From grassroots organizations to community-led initiatives, there are many examples of people coming together to create positive change. Perhaps then the key is not to wait for crisis to bring us together, but to find ways to nurture that sense of community and cooperation in our everyday lives. By doing so, we might just create a more compassionate, supportive world, even in the absence of disaster. We can start by being more mindful of our actions and how they impact the world around us. A simple smile, a kind word, or a helping hand can go a long way in building connections and fostering a sense of community. We can also support local organizations and initiatives that promote community development and social cohesion. Moreover, we need to recognize that building a more compassionate and supportive world is a collective effort. It requires us to work together, to listen to each other's perspectives, and to find common ground. By doing so, we can create a world where everyone feels valued, supported, and empowered to make a difference. So let's strive to create a world where community and cooperation are the norm, not just the exception. Let's work together to build a more compassionate, supportive world where everyone can thrive. We can do this by nurturing a sense of community and cooperation in our everyday lives, by being more mindful of our actions, and by supporting local organizations and initiatives that promote positive change. Together, we can create a world that is more just, more loving, and more compassionate. A world where everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential, where everyone feels valued and supported, and where everyone can live with dignity and respect. Let's work towards this vision together, Spices! It's story time! Kick back, relax, and grab your cuppa. Once upon a time, in the lush green hills of rural Uganda, a small village nestled in the heart of Africa was home to a group of children who spent their days playing together under the warm sun. The village, surrounded by lush banana groves and coffee farms, was a vibrant community where everyone knew each other's names and stories. The air was filled with the sweet scent of ripening bananas and the sound of children's laughter. One day, a visiting anthropologist, Dr. Mwanga, arrived in the village. Seeking to understand the dynamics of the children, he proposed a game to them, placing a basket filled with sweet, juicy mangoes under the tall acacia tree. Mr. Mwanga drew a line in the ground and explained that the first child to reach the basket would win all the mangoes. The children looked at each other uncertainly, and for a moment they seemed to hesitate. But then, without a word, they held hands, forming a human chain, and began to run towards the tree together. Their laughter and shouts filled the air as they sprinted towards the basket. The sun beat down on their backs, but they didn't let that slow them down. To Dr. Mwanga's surprise, the children didn't rush to grab the mangoes for themselves. Instead, they carefully picked the fruit and shared it equally among themselves. Dr. Mwanga was amazed by the display of unity and asked the children why they had chosen to run together. A young girl, Nenda, with a bright smile and sparkling eyes, looked up at Dr. Mwanga and said, "How can one of us be happy if all the others are sad?" Her words struck a chord in Dr. Mwanga's heart, and he realized that he was witnessing something truly special. This story beautifully illustrates the Ubuntu philosophy, which emphasizes that a person's identity and dignity are rooted in their relationship with others. Ubuntu is often translated to humanness, or humanity towards others, or I am because you are. In this village, Ubuntu was more than just a philosophy, it was a way of life. The community lived by the principles of interconnectedness, humanity, and dignity. They believed that every person was connected to others through a complex web of relationships, and personal fulfillment was achieved through communal bonds. The villagers treated each other with respect, compassion, and kindness, recognizing the inherent dignity in every person. Communal values were upheld over individual gain, and members of the community shared benefits and burdens. Doing good for others was not just a charity, but an obligation, and the acts of hospitality and generosity were social norms. As Dr. Mwanga spent more time in the village, he saw firsthand how Ubuntu shaped the community's daily life. He witnessed neighbors helping each other with farm work, sharing food and resources, and supporting one another in times of need. He saw how the villagers came together to celebrate life's joys and mourn its sorrows, forming a strong social fabric marked by cooperation, mutual aid, and a sense of togetherness. Dr. Mwanga realized that Ubuntu was not just a cultural phenomenon, but a powerful tool for building strong, resilient communities. By embracing Ubuntu, the villagers had created a world where everyone felt valued, supported, and empowered to make a difference. As he prepared to leave the village, Dr. Mwanga thanked the children and the community for teaching him the true meaning of Ubuntu. He knew that he would carry the lessons he learned in this small village to Uganda with him for the rest of his life. He hoped to share them with others, inspiring a deeper understanding and appreciation for the beautiful philosophy. We touched on the practice of Ubuntu in our last episode, and I was so excited to share this story with you all today. This story reminds us that true happiness is not just found in individual success, but in the collective well-being of our communities. It invites us to ask ourselves, how can we prioritize the happiness of others alongside our own? How can we build relationships that are rooted in empathy, compassion, and mutual support? By embracing these values, we can create a more beautiful, more just, and more loving world, one relationship at a time. Now, let's get into some journal prompts and reflection time. Journaling is a powerful tool for self-discovery, growth, and healing. By putting your thoughts and feelings into words, you can gain clarity, perspective, and insight into your life. Journaling can help you process your emotions, work through challenges, and celebrate your successes. It can also be a safe space for you to express yourself honestly and authentically. By making journaling a regular practice, you can experience profound positive changes in your life. If writing isn't your thing, don't worry. You can still benefit from these prompts in other ways. You could try drawing or sketching in response to the questions, or even create a collage or visual representation of your thoughts and feelings. You could also try speaking your answers out loud, either to yourself or to a trusted friend or family member. Alternatively, you could try meditating on the questions, taking a few moments to reflect on each one and see what insights arise. I'd like to encourage you to answer along in your head the first time as we go through these prompts. You can pause the podcast and write down your thoughts and reflections anytime. You can always come back to these prompts later and reflect on them in a different way. Today, we have 12 journal prompts and 4 sections: reflection and self-discovery, relationships and community, growth and aspirations, and embracing individuality. So let's get into it, starting with the first section, reflection and self-discovery. The first prompt for you in this section is: what are some values that are most important to you, and how do you embody them in your daily life? The second prompt is: what are some things that bring you joy and fulfillment, and how can you prioritize them in your life? And finally, the third prompt for this section is: what are some of the areas of your life where you feel stuck or uncertain, and what steps can you take to move forward? Moving into the second section on relationships and community, the first prompt in this section is: who are some people in your life who support and uplift you, and how can you nurture those relationships? The second prompt in this section is: what are some ways you can contribute to your community or help others, and how can you make a positive impact? And the final prompt in this section is: what are some boundaries you need to set or communicate with others to protect your own well-being? Moving into the third section, growth and aspirations. The first prompt in this section is: what are some goals or aspirations you have for yourself, and what steps can you take to achieve them? The next prompt: what are some things you are proud of accomplishing, and how can you build on those successes? And the third and final prompt of this section: what does your ideal future look like, and what can you do today to move closer to that vision? Now, moving into the final section, embracing individuality. Now, this is for our black sheep. The first prompt, my darlings, is: what makes you different, and how can you celebrate those unique qualities? The next prompt is: how can you use your individuality to make a positive impact or challenge the status quo? The final prompt is: what are some ways you could stay true to yourself even when faced with external pressure or expectations? Take a moment to just reflect and notice what things arose for you whilst listening to those prompts. Explore these prompts whenever you are ready and see what insights arise. Let me know the journey it takes you on. Had a bit of extra energy today, guys. Welcome to the spiritual quiz. We are going into this. Yeah, I got a bit tongue-tied and I'm leaving that in. Hey, you know what time it is. You better get ready, get steady, cause we about to quiz it. Alright guys, I really do need to actually either write some lyrics and stop trying to freestyle in these moments because it's getting wild. It's getting wild, okay? Anyways, by now, you should know how it goes, but if this is your first time listening, alright, real, please. We're gonna keep all of that in. I feel like we are going to keep all of that in. Anyway guys, it's time for the spiritual quiz. Please play along at home or wherever you are listening to this. Chuck your questions, chuck your answers into the live chat if you are listening now in the premiere. I love you guys. I love being here with you. Thank you for being here. If you are listening after, chuck your results in the comment section for me, darling, will ya? Yeah? Let me know what you got out of 5. Love ya. Appreciate ya. Alright. Are you ready? Are you steady? Let's go. Question 1. What is the core principle of Ubuntu? Is it A, community and interconnectedness are essential to our well-being? B, material wealth is the measure of a person's worth? C, individual success is the key to happiness? Or D, personal growth is only achieved through solo endeavors? A, B, C, or D? What is the core principle of Ubuntu? Moving in to question 2. What is a primary benefit of journaling? Is it A, to showcase your writing skills? B, to gain clarity and insight into your life? C, to follow a daily routine? Or D, to share your thoughts with others? A, B, C, or D? What is the primary benefit of journaling? Moving in to question 3. What is an important aspect of building strong community relationships? Is it A, focusing solely on individual achievements? B, setting boundaries and prioritizing alone time? C, nurturing relationships with supportive people? Or D, expecting others to meet all your emotional needs? A, B, C, or D? What is an important aspect of building strong community relationships? Moving into question 4. What is a key step in achieving personal growth? A, waiting for others to motivate you? B, focusing solely on others' successes? C, avoiding challenges and staying in your comfort zone? Or D, setting goals and taking accountable steps towards them? Or D, setting goals and taking accountable steps toward them? A, B, C, or D? What do you think the answer could be? What is a key step in achieving personal growth? Finally, for question 5. What is a benefit of regular reflection and self-inquiry? A, decreased creativity and inspiration? B, more dependence on others for guidance? C, increased stress and anxiety? Or D, greater self-awareness and understanding? A, B, C, or D? What do you think it could be? What is the benefit of regular reflection and self-inquiry? Thank you, you beautiful little spice, you. I need to stop shouting into this mic. Whew. All right, guys, you ready for the answers? Let me know you're ready for the answers. Type yes right now. I'm ready for the answers. All right, I'm gonna give them to you anyway. You didn't have to do that. All right, let's go. Starting with question 1. What is the core principle of Ubuntu? The answer is A. Community and interconnectedness are essential to our well-being. Question 2. What is the primary benefit of journaling? B. To gain clarity and insight into your life. For question 3, what is an important aspect of building strong community relationships? The answer was C. Nurturing relationships with supportive people. Question 4. What is a key step in achieving personal growth? The answer was D. Setting goals and taking actionable steps towards them. And finally, for question 5, what is a benefit of regular reflection and self-inquiry? The answer was D. Greater self-awareness and understanding. Well done, Treacle! You did that. Let me know how you did. Let me know. Show me right now. Show me right now. I'd love to see how you did. Share your answers in the comments below and let's discuss. Are you a Ubuntu mastermind or a journaling guru? Your thoughts and insights are waiting to be shared. Let's slip another cheeky quote in. The threads of our individuality weave together to form the fabric of collective strength. Whoo! It's quite a mouthful, that one. But this quote suggests that each person's unique qualities and strengths are essential to building a strong and resilient community. It encourages individuals to recognize the value of their contributions and how they fit into the larger picture. By using the metaphor of threads and fabric, this quote highlights the interconnectedness of community members and how each person's individuality is a vital part of the collective whole. This quote also implies that the collective strength is not achieved through uniformity, but rather through the diversity and richness of individual perspectives and experiences. When individuals come together, sharing their unique threads, they create a robust and resilient fabric that is capable of withstanding challenges and achieving great things. This message can inspire individuals to create their own contributions, as well as those of others, and to work together towards a common goal. The threads of our individuality weave together to form the fabric of collective strength. I wrote a letter for you all that made it this far and are listening in this moment. Dear friends, family, tribe, and kindred spirits. As we gather in this sacred space, I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude and pride for each and every one of you. You are the beacons of light, the pillars of strength, and the embodiment of love and compassion that our world so desperately needs. In a time where division and fear often seem to dominate the narrative, you are choosing to stand in the power of love, unity, and collective consciousness. You are the ones who understand that our individual journeys are intricately woven into the fabric of our shared human experience. You are the ones who see the inherent value in every soul, who recognize the interconnectedness of our lives, and who strive to uplift and support one another. Your commitment to spiritual growth, personal development, and community building is not just a personal pursuit. It's a revolutionary act. It's a declaration that we can do better, that we can be better, and that together we can create a world that is more fair, more compassionate, and more loving. As you walk your path, you're not just transforming your own lives, you're sending ripples of positivity out into the world. You're inspiring others to do the same, and collectively, you're creating a wave of change that is both profound and far-reaching. I am in awe of the love, the care, and the dedication that each of you brings to this journey. I am humbled by your resilience, your courage, and your unwavering commitment to your highest selves. You are the true heroes of our time, and your impact is felt not just in your immediate circles, but in the fabric of our global community. Your awareness, your compassion, your actions are building blocks of a brighter future. You are the architects of a world that values empathy, understanding, and peace. You are the guardians of the collective soul, and your work is nothing short of sacred. As we move forward, I want to remind you that your efforts are seen, they are felt, and they are deeply appreciated. The late night prayers, the early morning meditations, the countless acts of kindness, and the unwavering support you offer one another, it all matters. Every smile, every hug, every listening ear, and every helping hand is a testament to the power of your love and your commitment to this collective journey. In the face of challenges and uncertainties, you are choosing to stand tall, to shine your light, and to be the change you wish to see in the world. You're proving that love is not just a feeling, but a choice, a decision to act with kindness, compassion, and understanding even when it's hard. So I want to thank you. Thank you for being the love that you are. Thank you for being the light that you shine. Thank you for being the community that uplifts and supports one another. Your love, your light, and your collective energy are the keys to unlocking a brighter, more loving, and more peaceful world. As we continue on this journey together, I want to leave you with a sense of hope and empowerment. Know that you are not alone, that you are part of a vast and beautiful network of souls who are committed to the same ideals, that your work is making a difference, that your love is touching hearts, and that your light is illuminating paths. And when the journey gets tough, and it will get tough, remember why you started. Remember the love that drives you, the vision that inspires you, and the collective dream that unites us all. Remember that you are part of something much larger than yourselves, something that transcends borders, boundaries, and individual limitations. In closing, I want to honor each of you for who you are and for the incredible work you do. May your love continue to grow, may your light continue to shine, and may your collective spirit continue to inspire and uplift those around you. Together, we can and will create a world that is more loving, more compassionate, and more united. Thank you. We are one in this vast and intricate web of life. We are all interconnected threads, each one of us woven into the fabric of humanity. Our individual experiences, thoughts, and emotions ripple out, touching the lives of those around us in ways both seen and unseen. We are one in our shared humanity. Feel the warmth of the same sun and walk on the same earth. Despite our differences in culture, language, or beliefs, at our core, we all yearn for the same things: love, understanding, and connection. We are one in our struggles and triumphs. Each of us faces challenges that test our strength and resilience, and each of us experience moments of joy and success that lift our spirits. In these moments, we are reminded that we are not alone. We are part of a larger whole, bound together by our common experiences. We are one in our potential. Every single one of us has the capacity to make a difference, to contribute to the greater good, and to leave a lasting impact on the world. Whether through acts of kindness, creative expression, or innovative solutions, we each have the power to uplift and inspire others. Recognizing our oneness is not just a philosophical concept, it's a call to action. It invites us to live with greater empathy, to see the world through the eyes of others, and to work together towards a future that is more just, compassionate, and harmonious. Recognizing our oneness is not just a philosophical concept, it's a call to action. It invites us to live with a greater empathy, to see the world through the eyes of others, and to work together towards a future that is more just, compassionate, and harmonious. When we embrace our oneness, we can begin to see that the well-being of one is the well-being of all. We understand that our individual actions have collective consequences, and that by working together, we can achieve far more than we could ever alone. In this understanding, we find strength, hope, and a profound sense of belonging. We realize that we're not isolated islands, but rather interconnected parts of a vast and beautiful ocean, each wave influencing the other, each drop contributing to the whole. Let us celebrate our oneness by fostering communities that are inclusive, supportive, and loving. Let us recognize the divine in each other and honor the unique gifts that each person brings to the table. Together, as one, we can create a world that reflects the best of who we are. It's that time, Spices. As we wrap up today's gathering, I want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of this beautiful collective journey. We've explored the power of Ubuntu, the transformative magic of journaling, the importance of community building, and the profound impact of personal growth and spiritual awareness. As we part ways, I want to express my deepest gratitude for the time you've taken to heal yourselves, to nurture your souls, and to cultivate love and compassion within. For when you heal yourselves, you heal the world. Your growth, your love, and your light are the very things that will bring about a brighter, more peaceful future for all. May you continue to walk in love, may you continue to shine your light, and may you always remember the profound impact you have on the world around you. Until we meet again, stay blessed, stay loved, and keep spreading the love and light that makes our world a better place. Ashe. Love you. Bye.
Yeah, re-alien. The vibe is lit on the moon with the mic and a healing kit. Alien core with the firming talk. Welcome to the show, now let's take that walk. Yeah, re-alien, the vibe is lit on the moon with the mic and a healing kit. Alien core with the firming talk. Welcome to the show, now let's take that walk. Let's take that walk. Yeah, re-alien, the vibe is lit on a moon with the mic and a healing kit. Alien core with the firming talk. Welcome to the show, now let's take that walk. Let's take that walk. Yeah, re-alien, the vibe is lit on a moon with the mic and a healing kit. Alien core with the firming talk. Welcome to the show, now let's take that walk.